that's within arm's reach. We have to close out the season pretty well to accomplish that goal, and then after that, it's one game at a time, trying to get to the next round in advance.
Chris, you come back from injuries before. How important is it for a guy like Andre to get a few games in before the playoffs to kind of get back into the groove, I guess?
It's really important. Sometimes you think you're in shape. You can always, work hard in the weight room, ride the bike, run sprints all day, but until you get in that game, it's a lot different. I think that's going to help him get into game shape, and him coming back at home is it helps his comfort level, and he's probably going to play a lot better.
Chris, given everything you've gone through your first 3 years here, you're 4 games away from your first playoff game. I mean, can you smell it? Are you getting excited about this?
Yeah, I've been excited, man. Yeah. I mean, it's just a good feeling. We've been struggling for so long, and just to have this opportunity to do some positive things for this organization it's a really good feeling. So I don't want to waste it. I want to make sure that I come out, work as hard as I can to keep this good feeling going.
And given everything that's happened, Chris, over the years with this team, a different team, you weren't here for all of it, but if you guys run the table here, on record, it's the best team record in history. I mean, is that something you guys even think about with pride and saying that, we could be the best team ever on record here if we run the table?
I think so. It's always, a good thing to do something like that. We're the first Atlantic Division champions, and we have a chance to have the best record ever, and I think that should give us motivation because the best team, I think, went to Game 7 in round 2. And that should try to be a goal for us, too, to get past round 2. And we just have to keep raising the bar for ourselves and continue to work, because if we continue to believe, I think this team can go a long way.
Chris, you guys came into this 3 days off. You had a pretty good role. 3 days off still a good thing with the rest, or would you rather have just kept on playing a regular schedule?
Right now, it's a great thing. It's getting pretty tough. Down the stretch, especially for me and the starters and the guys playing major minutes. It's tough. We're on our 78th game coming up. I mean, it's hard. It's always a hard thing, and you always have to take advantage of rest when you have the opportunity.
With 2 of your last 4 games against Detroit, as Thompson is obviously right now, are those going to be good measuring stick games to see where you guys are at going into the playoffs and maybe help you guys keep your intensity up through the last push here?
I think so, because they're the best team in the East. So we're going to have to measure ourselves against the best team in the East, because we might see them in the playoffs. So we have to play against them well, because, this is going to be the model team for the playoffs. I think if you can play against Detroit, you can play against anybody. So we just have to keep that in mind while we're playing.
Would you be open for a bit of rest down the stretch if it didn't, maybe say the second to last game or last game didn't really matter for you guys? Or would you have a guy that would want to play? I mean, knowing that you have a playoff run ahead of you.
Well, if I know I'm playing, usually guys are on the countdown and ready for the season to be over, and they don't want to risk injury and stuff like that. So it's different for me. If I know I'm playing a little bit later, I can go ahead and sit down and watch the game if the games don't mean anything, and get some rest for the playoffs.